It's nearly 2 o'clock. I've got Fast, and the Furious queued up, which is supposedly the first one. Naming conventions get worse from here. And we're gonna watch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 back to back to back to back and so on until we get to go see Fast 9. It's gonna be a long day. Not gonna watch Hobbs and Shaw because the movie sucks and I don't want to see it again. But I haven't seen any of these other ones, so let's just get right into it. Well, I'm just about ready to go, but let's have a look at my snacks. I got an entire loaf of bread, a can of water, an adult Lunchable, wheat thins, honey, peanut butter, the protein shake, Slim Jim. Let's get going. I am shocked that this movie was the movie to kick off this franchise. This early 2000s, late 90s feeling hack job. Really? Really? Well, that ends the Fast and the Furious. People actually like that. Great. Good to know. Good thing is, it's only 3:40, and now we've got to the most direct of the titled movies, Too Fast, Too Furious, which generally looks the same as the first one. Death-defying stunts, street racing, gratuitous shots of women, and an incredibly obnoxious early 2000s aesthetic. Can't wait. Ha 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 ha. Where's Jason Statham? Where's The Rock? Where's Vin Diesel? I really thought that they were gonna be like a major part of the series, and maybe they will, but so far it's only been Big Vin, muttering his way through the first movie. Wait then. So we're on to The Fast and the Furious, number 3, which is the same title as the first one, but instead it's The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, which looks pretty much the same as the last two, but now it's Tokyo Drift. So the movie ain't over yet, but check this out. You see this little thing on the wall here in the movie? It's kind of hard to see. This little thing, check this. Ying! I got a cup of it. Oh, frick, I just spilled everywhere. Well, Tokyo Drift was the best so far. Nothing's gonna beat that theme song, but now we're on to Fast and Furious, which, for those of you who don't know, is The Fast and the Furious Part 4. I don't know why you couldn't just say that, but instead it's Fast and Furious for some reason. But here we go. It's currently, where's my phone? 7:18, can't really see that. And we press on. So correct me if I'm wrong. I'm very, very confused, but this movie is pre-Tokyo Drift, but post Too Fast, Too Furious. And sometime in between these movies, Michelle Rodriguez died. But before she died, we get to see a moment when they're robbing a truck in Mexico or Dominican Republic for no reason. And Han is there, but then he leaves and goes to Tokyo Drift. And in between then, Michelle Rodriguez mysteriously dies. And now this whole movie is trying to find who did it. It's very convoluted. So ends Fast and Furious, or whatever the fourth one was called, number 4, which is a prequel to Tokyo Drift and a sequel to Too Fast, Too Furious. In case you wanted to know, I think. Not sure. Incredibly convoluted. I didn't know what was happening half the time. But it's fine. It's a fast movie. And now we've got 6 Fast, 6 Furious, Fast 6, 7 Furious, 7, 6. I don't know what this one's called. Fast 6? I don't care. We're gonna watch it. It's currently... What time is it? 9:15. Got 4 more to go. 6, 7, 8, or 3. What am I saying? I'm getting delusional. It's not even 10 yet. Oh. In case you wanted to know, I've been at this since 1 p.m. I'm sure you knew that. But our AC is broken in my apartment, and it's the dead of summer. It's like 85 degrees in my room, so I've got a fan just propped up in my window, blowing in cool air for Fast 6, so I may actually be getting delusional. Update, I thought about it for half a second and realized I was clearly delusional. I'm not watching 6 Fast, 6 Furious. It's Fast 5. That's all. Crazy. It appears our favorite heroine, what's her name, Mia, is pregnant with Paul Dub's daughter. Or son. Got a couple name ideas. Throw out there for him. Fuel intake, clutch, V8, afterburner, Wrangler, something like that. You know, if it's a girl, maybe Rangette. 11:18. So. We're on to 6 Fast, 6 Furious, or 6 Fast, 6 Fast. Officially this time. Not me thinking that we were watching 6 Fast, 6 Fast, but actually watching 5 Fast, 5 Fast. This is officially 6 Fast, 6 Fast. I mean, they're all the same. So does it really matter? I don't think so. Yeah, we're moving on. Guys, chill out. Thank you. I'm at the point in the night where... I'm just eating honey, straight up. It's only 11:30, guys. I'm in trouble. I'm sucking on this like a baby in a bottle, or a baby in a boob. Okay. Who forgot to tell me this was a movie about superheroes? I just watched Vinny D fly through the air to say Michelle Roddy after they hooked the car to a tank and smashed it into a bridge that flung her off of it, and then he used his car to smash into the side of the bridge to fling him into her and then catch her and slam into a car like Batman and Rachel. What am I watching? I'm gonna be real with you. I don't have a mic on, but I really thought this was over. I was setting up to shoot for the next movie, and then I look, hold on. It's only an hour 30 in, fellas. Alright, fellas. It's time for Furious 7. This is one I've actually been looking forward to, because this is the James Wan Fast and Furious 7. And I like James Wan. That's it. That fan's probably real loud. In fact, let me turn this off. Because I got something important to say. You guys know I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong. And I was excited for Furious 7. And you know what just happened to me? Iggy Azalea happened. Man, I got too much to say about Furious 7 already. You know how I was talking about how the last movie did Rachel and Batman with Vin Diesel and what's her name? This movie just literally did it. For real? Oh. So ends Fast 7. Furious Fast 7. My only question is, where's Ja Rule, fellas? Okay. Bad time. Where's Ja Rule? Got everybody else back. Where's my guy, Ja Rule? Anyway, it's time for Fate of the Furious 8. What time is it? Almost 4, baby. Yes, dude. I thought I'd seen it all. This man, Vinny D, just raced a flaming pile of trash backwards and won a street race. We're back to street racing now. You love to see it. It's 5 in the morning. I'm in trouble. You know, it's just about 6 in the morning, but I'm sitting here thinking, worked out real nice for our guy Dom. You know, he had 2 mistresses, if you will. One of them had a baby, the other didn't. And very conveniently for him, the one who had a baby, who he wasn't married to, got killed. Very interesting. It's almost like it was meant to be. It was fate, if you will. Well, I'm gonna get some shut-eye, and then we're going to 5 of the 9 of the Furious, 7 of the 8, Fast of the 5, 9, F9 of the Fast of the Fate of the Furious. With that out of the way, let's talk about F9. F9, the Fast Saga, is what I'm going to be calling it, because that's what it's called. F9, the Fast Saga is a very bad movie. In fact, it may be one of the weakest of the series. Now, I fully realize that the Fast and Furious movies are movies that people go into just for dumb fun. That's like the point of them at this point in time. You go in, you watch cars eviscerate each other, and then the heroes win, and they say family a lot, and then the movie ends. This is what everybody expects, and everybody likes it. Everybody likes these movies. They make like $1 billion. This theater I was watching this in was completely sold out. One of the first sold out screenings I've seen in probably 2 years. It was actually very, very surreal. But the movie itself is very weak. And what I personally want to see out of a Fast movie is the cars, of course, that's like the biggest selling point. The action, of course, that's the biggest selling point. But I at least want a simple and contained story with something going on or something to root for. That's what happens in the best Fast movies. Fast 5 and Tokyo Drift are the best Fast movies because they understand what they are, but they actually are self-contained movies.
The world has a way of changing. And we change too.
This one, however, has that over-the-top expensive car action without anything else. That's the biggest problem with it, is that it's a hollow structure with nothing holding it up. The hollow structure, the house without the beams, is the action and the cars. You come in, you see this dream house with this cool action and cool cars, and then you walk in and there's absolutely nothing inside of it. There is no character work here that's even remotely interesting. There's no story here that's even remotely interesting, and even the villains don't work at all. I don't even understand what was going on for half of the movie because it doesn't take any time to establish anyone or anything. Within 5 minutes of the movie starting, the action had already started. It was insane. You get this tiny scene where Vin Diesel is with Michelle Rodriguez and his son, and then his team comes and says, oh, we need to do this action scene. And he says, nah, I'm good. But Michelle Rodriguez said, yeah, okay. And then he says, yeah, okay. And then the action starts. And that is literally all you get to establish anything. Then from there, you meet Dom, or Vin Diesel, Dom's brother, Dom Cena. And that's not a spoiler, by the way, because it's in the trailer, which we should talk about how the trailer for this ruins every potentially interesting thing about the movie. Han is back from the dead. which is a retcon that makes no sense at all. Even the explanation is stupid. And John Cena or Dom Cena, excuse me, being Dom's brother is a reveal that they put in the trailer. That could have been interesting, but nope, I already saw it coming because it was in the trailer. How about we stop doing that, trailers? Anyway, the movie makes no sense whatsoever because it moves into things so quickly. The story is essentially Dom Cena wants this magical orb which will control computers because Dom was mean to him as a small child, so he is going to use computers to be better than Dom. That is literally the story. I don't even know what this Doomsday Orb is meant to do other than control computers and apparently put people into the Stone Age somehow. I don't understand how. It makes no sense to me, but that's how it was described. So Dom Cena got mad at Dom when they were younger, and Dom got mad at him, and then they split ways. Never mentioned each other before, but that's fine. And so he's going to use computers to blow up the world or something, and that's going to get back at Dom. That's the story, but then there's also a character from the last one, Fast 8, or Fate of the Furious, Cypher, played by Charlize Theron, who is also there. Because I don't know why, but she's also there, and then she kind of becomes the head bad guy at the end, and then the heroes stop the big orb from controlling the computers, and the movie almost immediately ends. When it was over, I was like, are you serious? That's literally it? I sat into this movie for over 2 hours, and the payoff was Dom smashed a car into an airplane, and then the day was saved? They didn't get the bad guy. They didn't really stop them. They stopped this one plot, and now there will be another one. So they didn't capture him like they did with Jason Statham or Luke Evans. It just stops. The movie just stops.
I never thought about the wild missions we've been on. We've taken out planes, trains, tanks. I'm not going to even think about the submarine.
You come in for the action. You come in for Dom to say family over and over again, and you do get that. And at points near the end, in the final climax, it did give me Fast 5 flashbacks, because Justin Lin is back directing this. He directed Tokyo Drift 4, 5, and 6, and those are the ones that are kind of the DNA of this franchise. He kind of pioneered what this franchise is now, and it was nice to see him back because he's the best director this franchise has ever had. No slight to James Wan, but he felt a little out of his element in this series. Anyway, Justin Lin's back, and he brings a palpable energy to the action scenes with real effects. That's a big spot of bother for me in the last two movies, Fate and Furious 7. They're over-the-top visual effects extravaganzas that look like PlayStation 3 video games. They don't look good. I don't know what it is about this one blockbuster franchise, but they can't get visual effects right. They all look terrible. And even in this one, when they use visual effects, they look terrible. I don't know what's going on. But unlike the last two movies that were directed by James Wan and F. Gary Gray, Justin Lin does a lot of things practically, a lot of things in camera, and because of that, there is a palpable quality to the action that I enjoyed. Cars get thrown through buildings because of magnets, and cars are getting smashed to pieces against this immovable object truck thing, and it's real cars, and you can tell. So I appreciated that. I appreciated most of the action. Some of it is like, whatever. But the biggest problem is it's almost non-stop action. And in between characters saying things that they need to do to get to the next action scene, which would be fine if any of it was interesting or set up. The characters have never been less interesting. There's nothing to any of them aside from these endless flashbacks with Dom and Dom Cena. They just have these endless flashbacks setting up why this is the way it is and who these people are. And it absolutely adds nothing to this movie aside from over-explaining where Dom Cena's been this whole time. And then Vin Diesel, or Dom, feels bad, and then he lets him go. And that's the character work in this movie. Nobody else has anything interesting to do, say, or accomplish. People just show up, and then they leave, and then the movie ends. It's awful. And I can't say like it's the worst of the franchise because there is some fun stuff in it, but man, it's too long. There's no characters. There's no story. I didn't understand what was happening most of the time, but at least the action's fun, right? Right? So I guess at the end of the day, it's one of the weaker of the franchise. This is for sure. It's not as bad as 2. Really didn't like 2. It's probably worse than the first one, and I really didn't like the first one. It might be the worst. It is the worst one that Justin Lin's directed. So it might be the second worst of the franchise. It's quite bad. It's almost unwatchable, honestly. I'd probably give it a 3 or a 4. Right after the movie ended, I gave it a 4. But now talking about it, I think it's probably closer to a 3. So it's real bad. If you like these movies, you'll probably get what you're looking for out of it. But going to a theater to see this movie was like miserable. It feels like it's 4 hours long. This is a movie you turn on in the background and play on your phone and then look up when the action happens. And yet I was in a theater, so I couldn't do the phone part. So I wouldn't recommend seeing it. But that's just my opinion, right?